us. All right, we're going to get started. I'm going to leave that chat box open because would really like to have a little bit of communication tonight. Feel free to ask questions. I'm going to ask you some questions. Um, and so, I love you to give me feedback when I do in the chat box, just so I can try and tailor make this presentation targeted towards you a little bit. The goal of this presentation, if you are a guest on the call, is the goal is to empower you with some information that is either going to empower you to a healthier life or empower you with information that could help you to achieve a better financial future. So let's get the show on the road. My name is Drew McDermott. Good evening to our NeoLife distributors, our Vision Life family. It's always amazing to get this opportunity to connect. Thank you to Rory and Nola for inviting me to join this call tonight and to speak on this call tonight. I really do appreciate that. And a very warm welcome to our guests on the call. I know there are a number of guests on the call this evening, so it's good to have you with us. And thank you for giving us your time. We're going to take 30 minutes of your time, and I think it's going to be time well spent for you, for you this evening. So a little bit about me and NeoLife and who we are. Um, NeoLife, it's a long story. I've got a long history with NeoLife, but I'm going to keep it short. NeoLife was introduced to my parents 52 years ago. And at the time, they were newly married. And they said yes to the NeoLife opportunity just because they were desperate at the time and they needed a financial business that could take them from where they were, which was a lot of debt, to a life that they really wanted to live. And they worked very hard and they achieved great results. And financially, the NeoLife opportunity has changed my family for generations to come because of that decision they made. And so that's where a lot of my passion it comes from for NeoLife is I've lived it. I've seen how this business has taken my family from a place of struggle to a place of absolute freedom. Growing up, freedom to travel the world, freedom to live where we want to live, freedom to be educated where we want to be educated because of NeoLife. But it's also given us generations of great health. My three children are third generation on the NeoLife products, which I'm going to touch on in just a moment. And health is one of your greatest. Health is your greatest wealth. Prevention is better than cure. And as a company, NeoLife's mission is to make this world a healthier and a happier place. And what does that essentially mean? It means we want to do two things. Number one, we want to end the trend of poor health. And if we have a look at what's going on in the world today, we have more science, more technology, more pharmaceutical medication. Yet people are sicker today than ever before. And we also know this important fact. The body is an amazing thing. Our products are incredible, but they're not a miracle. Your body is the miracle. Your body is designed to heal itself, renew itself, protect itself. It's designed to live with health, energy, and vitality, providing you look after it, providing you give it the nutrients it needs. And it's not your fault, but over the decades, through food processing, through modern day lifestyles, through modern day food choices, we have just systematically been depriving our bodies of key nutrients while feeding our bodies too many bad things. And the end result is we have a nation of people that are chronically sick and tired. And I know that we have a product range that can end that trend of poor health. And the second aspect we really want to dial in on tonight is the NeoLife opportunity. Through our product range, we aim to empower people into business for themselves, but not by themselves. We believe in entrepreneurship. We believe entrepreneurship is the answer to the challenges South Africans, Zimbabweans, Zambians, to let's say Africans are facing in today's world. Entrepreneurship is the answer, is the solution, and NeoLife has the key that can empower you into business with no risk, but with all the structure and all the support to give you the maximum opportunity to succeed and to make additional money. So NeoLife has been a part of my family for 52 years. I became a distributor at the age of 18, and it wasn't a big start to the journey. It didn't start really quickly. I went off and I got educated because that's what we taught to do, right? Go and get a good education, go and study, get a qualification. How did that work out for you if you went and got a qualification? I know how it worked out for me. I ended up spending 13 years living in London, working in the investment banking industry. And what looked to be a great career from the outside was a life of quiet desperation. You know, when you can't work any harder, yet at the end of the month, you go, is that it? You know, is that it? There must be more money, more lifestyle, more passion, more purpose, more income. And at the age of 27, my wife and I got married, and we started, you know, asking ourselves some critical questions. You know, what will our life look like in 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Are we happy with the life that we're living right now? And the answer was no. You know, we want to start a family. We wanted to be able to travel with our family. We want, not locally, we wanted to be able to travel overseas. We wanted to live in a beautiful home. We wanted to have the nice things and have the safety and the comfort and the lifestyle that comes with financial freedom. And we realized that for things to change, we had to change. And that's the key lesson that I want you to take away on this call. For things to change, you have to change. If you keep doing the same thing day in, day out, every year, you can expect the same results. In fact, we call that the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, but expecting things to change. The world doesn't work like that. If you're not happy with your health right now, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to eat better. You're going to have to get onto some good supplements. You're going to have to start getting active and exercising. If you're not happy with your bank balance right now or your lifestyle right now, you're going to have to start doing something different to get from point A to point B. And that is where I really believe in the power of near life or the power of part time. I'm going to show you a way that you can start making that change tonight. It's not a drastic change. It's a little change that you can do over and above whatever it is that you're doing and compound it over the next 12 months, 24 months, 2 years, 3 years. You can make a massive difference to your financial future. And so I started, my wife and I took up our Near Life business seriously at the age of 27. By the age of 29, we were both able to exit the investment banking industry and go full time into Near Life. And so, does it work? Yes, it does work, but it takes work. It takes for me, I had to learn and develop some new skills to succeed. And I'm going to try and encompass all of this into tonight's presentation. What you got to do, how you got to do it, some of the skills you'll need to learn and develop. So really stick with me on this. I am going to go into some of just. I'm not going to spend a long time on the products. I don't want to turn this into a product presentation, but I think it's important right now for you to understand that NeoLife products are exceptional. NeoLife as a company has been in business for 68 years. That's nearly 7 decades. That's probably older than most people on this call, majority of people on this call. We're operating in over 50 countries around the world. And one of our key unique differences is we have products that work. In fact, we were the first nutrition company on the planet to produce organic whole food nutrition that was backed by independent science. And we are still, from a nutrition point of view, our core range is vitamin supplementation. We are head and shoulders above anything else that you'll find out in the market. And that's important because the health and wellness segment or industry is growing. So if you're on the call tonight looking at NeoLife as a business opportunity, um, if you're looking at it as a business opportunity, you need to see how well is the product line positioned for growth. And right now, the health and wellness industry is one of the fastest growing industries on the planet. It has been for the last 10 years, and there's no sign of slowing down. People are looking to stay younger, live longer, and live with health, energy, and vitality. So the first product, we have about 80 products in our range, but I'm going to cover, I think, 3 of them with you tonight. The first product is training. This is, I call it the non-negotiable. This product is 100% unique to NeoLife. There isn't another company on the planet that does it, and yet it is 100% essential to every single human being on the planet. It's the world's only, first and only whole grain oil concentrate, and we call it training. And what this does, it feeds your cells, and your body is made up of cells. And you eat food, your digestive system absorbs the nutrition from the food the food you eat into your bloodstream. Your bloodstream transports the nutrients to every cell in your body. Okay, your cells have to be fed. And every cell in your body has a membrane, like this little orange ring, that consists that is made up of whole grain oils, lipid and sterol oils from the grain foods that you eat. And these grain foods ensure that this membrane is nice and healthy and permeable, so the nutrients can get into your cell, can feed your cell, and the waste products can exit the cell. What's happening is, for majority of people, we are not getting a good quality grain oils in our diet because of food processing. And so our cell membranes become hard and impermeable. And so we are not absorbing the nutrition from the food that we are eating. We are not eliminating the toxins from the cells that we are creating. And the first symptom is people feeling tired and lethargic, even though they're getting a good night's sleep. They lack energy. They're not processing nutrients efficiently. And that is a start to additional sicknesses. And so this product improves nutrient utilization efficiency by 50%, improves optimal growth and development, and improves cardiovascular development. Okay, we call it the non-negotiable. The second product is carotenoid complex. This is the world's leading immune boosting supplement. To make this 90 capsule bottle, we used 115 kilograms of raw organic fruits and vegetables, things like tomatoes, peaches, plums, carrots, strawberries, red bell peppers, spinach, all those highly colored fruits and vegetables that are rich in antioxidant carotenoid nutrients. This product was independently tested, not by NeoLife, but by the United States Department of Agriculture. And they said that this product will increase the human immune function by 37% in just 20 days. Now, if your immunity is boosted by 37%, your body becomes bulletproof. Not only do you fight the common colds and flu, but this is a product that can start really it's your cancer defense. It's just a product that you cannot live without. And then omega-3. Most people, in fact, 88% of Americans are on a vitamin supplement, most of them on omega-3 in the USA. And our omega-3 is absolutely unique. It's an ultra pure, high potency fish oil, complete with standardized amounts of 8 nutritional imported omega-3s with guaranteed quality. We're the only omega-3 on the market that has all 8 omega-3 molecules, which is, you don't have to go into the science right now, but I can give you the highlights. Because of those 8 molecules, our absorption and bioavailability means that there isn't another product on the market that you can take and your body will utilize the nutrition as our omega-3 plus. And this accumulates into a core product of ours, which is called Pro Vitality. This box of Pro Vitality has 30 sachets. And in every sachet, you get 4 vitamins. Here they are, actually. You get your TRNN, which is your grain oils to feed your cells. You get your carotenoid, which is your immunity, your fruits and vegetable supplement to boost your immune function. You get your omega-3, which feeds your brain, brings down your inflammation, protects your heart, and protects your joints, everything else, your eyesight. And then you get what we call an EVM, an essential vitamin and mineral, with all the vitamins and minerals that you normally find in a multivitamin. And so this is our core nutrition. It gives you abundant energy, gives you antioxidant protection and immunity, gives you heart health, immune strength, brain function, healthy joints, clear vision, youthful skin, hair, and nails. It's just the greatest product on the planet in the nutritional segment. We also have a home care range. This home care range is amazing. Everybody cleans their home. And if you are a guest on the call, you're saying, well, the nutrition company doing home care products, how come? Because in your home, you're cleaning your homes with poisonous, toxic products. And our product range is non-toxic, it's non-caustic, it's safe for the environment, it's safe for people, and it's very cost effective. And so we can help you save money, we can help you save the environment, but we can help you get the toxins and the poisons out of your home. I like to call it controlling the controllables. If you live around enough toxins in your home, that's eventually going to affect your health negatively. And then we have this incredible end-to-end organic skincare range. It's formulated in France. It's just the most amazing skincare range. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. Men, listen out. We all have skin, and your skin doesn't know if you're male or female. Your skin is the biggest organ on your body, and we got to put stuff on it. We got to feed it. We got to repair it. We got to protect it. And whatever you put on your skin is it's going to be absorbed. So make sure you're putting good organic skincare onto your skin because that's just the holistic package. Eat better, eat better, eat more intentionally, more good stuff, less bad stuff. Plug your nutritional gaps with good whole food nutrition, as I've just shown you. Take the toxins out of your home and use good, clean home cleaning products, and then start using organic skincare products. Those factors will revolutionize your health and empower you to great energy and a very healthy future. And I know if you want to live a healthy, happy life, if you want to succeed in life, having energy is one of the key factors. When you have your health and your energy, have everything in life is better. And if you take one message from this call is don't wait to have a health challenge before you start looking after your health. Don't wait for something to hit you over the back of the head before you sit up and pay attention. Prevention is better than cure every single time. And we want to end the trend of poor health. We're not going to end this trend by helping all those sick people become well again. Yes, we can help them very often, but our real passion is to talk to healthy, vibrant, active people and say, that's how you're going to have to stay. That's how you can stay. Get onto our products. So let's shift from the products to the opportunity. So as I mentioned, we're really seeing a trend of financial stress and poverty. I travel around South Africa. I travel around Africa a lot, and I believe people are desperate for an opportunity. And here's just a few reasons for you. Approximately 60% of South Africa's youth are unemployed. Probably more, but let's call it 60%. And so you get these young, vibrant, ambitious kids, children, youth, finishing their education and stepping into this world of unemployment. And that very quickly turns into disappointment. They get despondent and things kind of spiral from there. The rising unemployment and the rising cost of living is affecting all Africans, all of us. The cost of living is going up quickly. I don't know if you noticed that. Is your income keeping in line with the cost of living? If it's not, then you've got a problem. You need to do something about that. First National Bank released a study a few years ago saying the majority of middle income South Africans, middle income, people that are supposedly doing okay, spend their entire salary within 5 days of getting paid. So they're getting paid. They have 5 days where they have money, and for the rest of the month they don't have any money. And that is where our major debt problem is coming from. But I really think that there are so many positive signs out there. 76% of Africa's youth have expressed the desire to start a business. 1 in 5 adults in Africa are starting or already running a business. Majority of Africa's youth have expressed the desire to become financially independent. And 65% believe that the 21st century, that's now, will be the African century. And so we're kind of turning a corner. People are no longer sitting back and saying, oh, life is tough. People are saying enough is enough. We are no longer going to rely on the government. We're no longer going to rely on jobs because jobs are not the solution here. There's never going to be enough jobs. We are going to take control. And that's what we know NeoLife is perfectly positioned to help ambitious people build financial freedom without the risk or heavy cost of traditional business. And I like to call it the age of the entrepreneur. And there's a little saying, you can feed a man a fish and he eats for a day, or you can teach him how to fish and he eats for life. Entrepreneurship is teaching people how to create an income that they can control how much they make, an income that can get them through tough economical climates, tough political challenges. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. And we are part of the network marketing profession, and it's a $170 billion global profession. And I get excited about that. That's bigger than the European Football League. That's bigger than Hollywood. In our profession, there's 120 million active distributors globally, and 43% of sales are coming from emerging markets like Asia and Africa. And that just shows us that we are very well positioned to grow in South Africa and around Africa. In fact, as a company, NeoLife has been operating in Africa for about 55, 56 years now, and 2025 was the biggest year in our history. In 2025, we grew by 21%. Over the last 5 years in Africa, we have grown by 65%. And so we really are a growing company in this space. Now, I want to be very clear. To succeed in your life, there is work to be done. And the first thing is you need to define your goal. And I'm actually going to ask you to all, please do me a favor. And the chat box is still open. Um, do you need more money? That's a question I want to ask you. Do you need more money? And money can mean different things to different people. And if your answer is yes, I want to know, what do you need that money for? Do you need the money for kids' education? Do you need that money just to make life a little bit easier? Do you need that money to get out of debt? Do you need that money for retirement? Do you need money because you have an ambition to travel? That chat box is open. I'm going to I want to stimulate your thinking. I want to get your participation in this call, please. Um, if if I could give you an extra 30,000 Rand a month, what would you do with it? What does that money mean to you? Type something in the chat box. Do you have a goal to make more money? And if so, what would that money be used for? There, Angelique. Okay, this is good. Thanks, Angelique. Want to settle debt and purchase property. Okay, you got goals. Okay, Benelli, buy NeoLife shares. It's a good purchase. Generate more income and double it. Good. Okay, Samsung. I don't have a name there. What do you want to generate more income for? Money is exciting, but it's not a strong motivator until you attach something that really means something to you. 30,000 allows you to live more comfortably, more income. That's financial freedom, right, Yvonne? If you have money, you're going to live more comfortably. You won't be stressed about the bills. You'll be able to take holidays. You'll be able to live in a home that you want to live in. Okay, this is good. Keep putting them in there, and I just really am interested in what you guys want and need. Buki, grow my NeoLife business. Okay, fantastic. You want money to grow your NeoLife business. You make an income. What you going to do with that income? Zipo, kids education. That is one of the reasons why I started this business. Love that. Who wants to get on an airplane and travel overseas? If you haven't traveled overseas before, it's probably one of the greatest experiences in your life. Going and drinking from a coconut on the beach, going and seeing the biggest cities in the world: London, Dubai, Tokyo, Hong Kong, New York. Buy property and travel. Okay, that's great. Dimitri, invest. Okay, good. So you have goals. People on this call have goals, and I want you to define your goal, because in life you have to have something clear that you're running towards. If you if you don't, it's like getting in a car. If you don't have a clear idea of where you want to go, where are you going to go? You'll go anywhere. But if you want to take your kids to school, that's your goal. You get in your car, you drive into school. That's a goal. And your goal needs to be, number one, it needs to be motivating. Because to succeed in this business, you're going to have to do some work. Man, you're going to have to do some work. And some days you will not feel like doing the work. But your success doesn't care how you feel. It cares about the work and the activity that you do. And so if you get up in the morning and you feel having one of those days, guess what? If you're building this business because you want to give your kids a better life, you're going to get out and do it anyway. If you're building this business because you want to get out of debt, you're going to get up and you're going to do it anyway because you want to have that freedom. If you're building this business because at the end of the year, you don't want to just have a holiday at home, you want to buy air tickets for your family and you want to take them to Cape Town, you want to take them to Dubai, you're going to get up and do the business anyway. So your goal needs to be motivating to you. Number two, your goal needs to be strong. In life, in the journey to success, unfortunately, there are going to be disappointments. There's going to be challenges. I can't shield you from that. That's life. And if you hit a challenge or a disappointment and you don't have a strong goal, you will quit. And I see people quitting all the time because their goal is not strong enough. And that's okay. I can't help them. But if your goal is strong enough, you will get back up. Your goal develops a resilience within you. You say, that's okay. That didn't feel good. But you know what? My goal is more important to me. I am going to continue. And every time you get back up and continue, you get back up stronger. You get back up more skilled. You get back up wiser. You get back up more equipped and more ready to succeed. So make sure your goal is strong enough. And thirdly, make sure your goal is exciting. In this business, you're going to be required to build a team of other excited distributors. And if you're always talking about the challenges you're facing in life, guess what? Nobody's going to join you. But if you're saying, you know what, I'm so excited because I've started this business and in the next 6 months, I'm going to be debt free. That's been my goal. But let me tell you, in the next 2 years, I'm going to own my first property and I'm taking my children to Disneyland. That's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm going to achieve. Your goals have to be exciting. So other people, when they talk to you, they go, hey, Dimitri's onto something. Deepor's onto something. I better investigate what they have. I hope this is making sense to you all. Okay, Namusa, buying property. Great. Okay, number two, your second job is you need to use the product. You're going to have to fall in love with these products. Nobody's ever succeeded in this business not loving the products. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Don't ask me why. That's just the way it is. And there's only one way for you to fall in love with a product, and that is by using the products in your home. I'm not saying you have to use every single product we have, but right now, what I can promise you is you're using our types of products in your home. You have a dishwashing liquid that you're using. Don't buy that from the supermarket anymore. Support your own NeoLife business. We have an incredible product called LDC. Right now, you're using a washing powder you're buying from the supermarket. Hey, start using NeoLife G1. Right now, you're probably taking a vitamin supplement. Your kids are probably taking vitamin supplements. If you aren't, you should start. Buy that from NeoLife. You're using a shampoo, you're using body washes, you're using conditioners, you're using moisturizing creams. These are all products that you can start buying from your own business. And when you use these products, you're going to experience the benefits. You're going to experience health, energy, vitality. Your joints aren't going to be sore anymore. Your blood pressure isn't going to be high anymore. You're going to be alert mentally. You're going to have more energy than you know what to do with. You're going to sleep well at night. And all these these positive experiences are going to give you great stories to share with other people to build a customer base. Okay. And that's the third thing you're going to have to do. That's the third job is you're going to have to talk to people about your product and your opportunity. Talk to people about your product and your opportunity because talking to people is probably number one, the biggest success causing activity. Talking to people causes success to happen. And so when you have a clear goal, when you're falling in love with the product, and when you're talking to people about your product and your opportunity, two things are going to start happening in your business. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to start doing 100 points every month. Now, 100 points is critical. Every product has a point value. So in this example, I'm going to show you this non-negotiable product that I spoke about. This is my favorite product in our range, Training. You're going to love it if you're not yet on Training. A bottle of Training is worth 34 points. Okay. And so we're going to say, in this example, you use the bottle of Training and then you love it. You have energy. Your immunity goes up. You're sleeping well at night. Your joints aren't sore anymore. Your attitude is better. You're going to tell people about it and you're going to sell two bottles. So you use one, you sell two, that is going to equal 102 points because each bottle is worth 34 plus 34 plus 34, that's 102. So every month through the products that you use and the products that you sell to your customers, you need to make sure you do 100 points. Not just 1 month or 2 months, every single month. This is critical, okay? 100 points. Only when you do 100 points will you get paid in your life. And the beautiful thing is our products are consumable. So when you start to build a customer base and you reservice your customers, you give them good service, they're going to repeat purchase from you. And so your PV will grow from 100 points to 200 points to 500 points over time. But right now, I just want you to make sure you do 100 points every single month. The second thing that's going to happen is you're going to do what we call a 3 and 30 because you're going to be talking to people about the future. You're going to be saying, I've got dreams and I've got goals. This is my story. I started a business and this is why I'm excited about the future. And you're going to meet people that say, hey, I also need to make some more money because I also want to educate my kids. Like you, I also want to start investing in property and building a property portfolio for my future. Like you, I also want to travel the world and have fun. Like you, I also want to make 30,000 Rand a month and have an easier life. And every month you're going to talk to people and you're going to sponsor 3 people as distributors in your organization, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And why do we want you to sponsor 3 people every month? 3 new distributors, because I know out of 3 people, 2 of them will be fantastic people, but they will not be very good at this business. Okay, this is just life. And out of 3 people, Two will say they're going to do something, but they won't actually do it. But or three will say they're going to do something, but two won't do it. The third will do it. And so by sponsoring three distributors into your business every month, you'll find one good person who's going to duplicate this process. What is the process? They're going to set themselves a good goal. They're going to use the product. They're going to talk to people about the product and do 100 points, and talk to people about the opportunity and find their three. Okay. So with this concept, doing 100 points and finding one good person every single month, I'm going to show you how to make go from zero right now to an extra 15,000 Rand a month in the next 6 months. And then I'll show you how to scale it from there. So in month one, you go and find three people. Out of your three people, one of them is good. So 1 + 1 = 2. That's you plus one other in the organization. You each do 100 points. So that's a business doing 200 PV. That RP stands for retail profit. You won't make any NeoLife bonus in month one. You make some retail profit. Month number two, there's two of you. You each go and find one good one. 2 + 2 = 4. The four of you each do 100 points through your product usage and your product sales. Your business does 400 points. You will now get paid 150 Rand NeoLife bonus. Okay, you get paid a little percentage on your business, plus you make some retail profit. Month number three, there's four people in your organization. Each go and find a good one. 4 + 4 = 8. Each doing 100 points, that's an 800-point business. You now take your manager step. You're progressing in our compensation plan. You're going to get paid 500 Rand bonus. That's not a lot of money, but I want you to get excited about it because the system is working. And if the system is working, you can add zeros onto the end of that number. Month number four, 8 + 8 = 16, each doing 100 points. That is a senior manager sized business of 1,600 points. You're going to make a monthly income of 1,500 bucks. Month number five, 16 + 16 = 32 people in your organization, each doing that simple activity of 100 points. Key, each doing that simple activity of 100 points. That's a business doing 3,200 points. You are now what we call an executive manager. As an executive manager, you're consistently going to earn 6,000 Rand plus per month. There's a lot of additional training perks, leadership perks at this level, but I want to show you month number 6, 32 + 32 is 64, each doing 100 points. That is a business doing 6,400 points. You are now what we call a NeoLife director. As a NeoLife director with a business this size, conservatively, you're going to make an extra 15,000 Rand a month. Conservatively. Would that help you? In the next 6 months, if you put this work in and could make an extra 15,000 Rand a month, how would your life change? As a director, you get to plug into our leadership school, our incredible events that will just elevate your skill and your leadership training ability. But you also unlock the next area of income, which we call leadership development bonus. And if you want to make money in this business, leadership development bonus is where you can make money in bunches. So let's say you are a director and you teach three other people in your organization how to become a director just like you, doing 6,000 points. You'll earn yourself between 25 to 60,000 Rand per month. As a NeoLife director, as a world team member, you get to travel with us once a year internationally. Last year we were in Cape Town. It was local for us South Africans, but international for other distributors. The year before that, I think we were in Turkey. The year before that, we were in Mauritius. This year, we're going to have 813 of our world team members joining us in Dubai. And then in 2027, we're going to another exotic destination. So if you like travel, make sure you get to the world team. But if you like money, make sure you get to the president's team. The president's team member is somebody who becomes a director and develops 6 other director legs. And your income will start at 100,000 Rand a month, plus. Now, we have president's team members on this call tonight that are earning a lot more than this. But as a president's team member, you travel once or twice a year, once with the world team and once with the president's team. This year, we are going to, we're going to Amsterdam this year. Last year, we were in Lisbon, Portugal. The year before that, we were in Paris on the Champs-Élysées. The year before that, we were in Barcelona. And so we travel. We have a lot of fun on the president's team and the world team. And I put in a 30-second video here, which I'm actually going to play for you, just to see some of the destinations that we've been to. So if you want to travel, if you like to travel, just drop me a comment. In 2027, I can't tell you where we're going. We've got to announce it when we're in Egypt in May. But in 2027, we're going to one of the most exotic places on the planet. Um, the lifestyle is going to be incredible. And for every single person on this call, it's possible for you to travel with us in 2027. And if you want to travel, just drop us a comment and let me know. I'd love to know if travel is something that motivates you guys. Um, but just in closing off this meeting tonight, first of all, I want to really thank the guests for joining us. I really want to thank the distributors for joining us and getting our guests onto tonight's call. Because we don't want to keep NeoLife a secret from people. We succeed in NeoLife when we help other people succeed. That's how you succeed in NeoLife. And I just want to end off with a couple of success tips, which I believe every one of us needs to embrace to achieve success in this business. Number one, consistency is the secret. Yeah, we say there isn't any secret. Consistency is the secret to success. Consistency in your attitude. As a NeoLife distributor, you have access to an exciting future. As a NeoLife distributor, you've got to be positive and running towards a future that motivates you. You cannot participate with other people in the world where you're saying life is tough, where you're fearful of the future. As a NeoLife distributor, you have a future of possibilities, and that needs to be reflected in your attitude consistently. Number two, you've got to be consistent in your action. To succeed, you can't be motivated for a month and then disappear for a month. Motivated for a week and disappear for a couple of days. Consistently active in your business. Just give your business an hour a day, 7 days a week. That will change your life over the next 12 months to 24 months. You got to become resilient. You can only win in life when your mind is stronger than your emotions. As I spoke about earlier, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, but that's okay. If you are able to keep going no matter what, then you can succeed. I remember when I first started taking this business seriously, and the first person I presented to, they said, "No, Drew, you're crazy. Nobody ever makes money in these businesses. Why are you even doing this business?" It didn't feel good. And you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up before I even got started. Because when we feel uncomfortable, we want to step back into our comfort zones, but nothing ever grows in your comfort zone. Everything that you want that you don't currently have lives outside of your comfort zone, and you're going to have to get uncomfortable and expose yourself to some rejection. Other people's opinions don't pay the bills, so stop taking their opinions. I'm going to encourage you to think big. As a NeoLife family, we like to think big because big thinking equals big results. Small thinking equals small results. And Jeremiah 29, verse 11 says, "The Lord has plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." It's important to know that you've been put on this earth to be blessed. When you're blessed, you can go out and be a blessing to other people. He who waters shall be watered. Believe that you are worthy of success. Your life And your reality that you're living right now is only a few steps behind what you're thinking in your head. So make sure you're thinking about a successful future and you believe it's possible for you to. And finally, take away all excuses from your life and from your business. Silly little excuses like I don't have time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Find an hour a day to commit to your new life business and your life can change. People say, I don't have money, Drew. I want to get started, but I don't have the money. Now, to start this business, it's going to cost you about 900 bucks. Maybe let's call it 1,000 bucks. 4,000 Rand, you're going to get your training product. You're going to get product to use, product to sell. You're going to get your business training kit. You're going to get a box with all your training material that's going to teach you about the product, about the compensation plan, and get you started correctly. You're going to get a website so you can operate your business online. You can make sales online and do e-commerce sales. You're going to plug into our training. You're going to plug into our events for under 1,000 Rand. And so money might be tight, but if you don't have the money now, when will you have the money? And I just say to people, if you don't have the money, then I encourage you to go and sell something that you own. Get rid of dead capital to raise the cash to get started in this business. We see people do it time and time again and change their lives because they make that decision. Thirdly, people say, Drew, I'm excited, but I can't sell. That's great. We're not actually looking for salespeople because if you're a salesperson, then we often have to try and unwind a lot of the training that you've already had. We are just looking for people that can fall in love with the product, people that can go and share that product with others, people that can meet people and say, hey, I've got an exciting future that I think could be good for you. Can I share an opportunity with you? Those are the people we're looking for. And finally, make a decision. Decision makers are money makers. And so often I hear people say, Drew, that's fantastic. I'm going to do it. But I'm just going to think about it. I'm going to go and speak to a friend. I'm going to go and ask somebody. Don't think about it. Do it. Because so often we think about it, we overthink it. We think about it, we forget about it. And right now, it's the start of 2025. Before you know, sorry, 2026. Before you know, we're going to be knocking on the door of 2027, and there won't have been any change in your life because you haven't made that change. So make a decision, commit to it. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's get busy. So to the guests on the call, thank you for your time once again. I'm going to encourage you to reach out to the person who got you onto this call. If you're ready to get started, drop us a message in the chat box and say, I'm ready to get started. If you have a guest on this call, make sure you reach out to them, follow up with them, get their questions answered so they're in the position to make an informed decision. And that decision can be, hey, I'm not interested. No thanks. That's fantastic. We're going to do it anyway. That decision might be, hey, I want to get onto these products. Great, we can make you a customer. Or, hey, I want to get excited about the future. And I think NeoLife is the place that I can get from where I am to where I want to be. NeoLife is an opportunity that can add to my life to achieve the goals and the dreams that I have for my family and those that I love. And so if you make that decision today, I want you to reach out to the person who got you on this call. And if you join before next Wednesday, okay, I'm going to put a time frame on it. If you're on this call tonight and you're a guest and you join before next Wednesday, please make sure your sponsor reaches out to Nola or Rory or to myself, because I would like to send a little gift of one of our just amazing products, Aloe Vera Plus, to be sent off with your business kit, just as a congratulations, you made a decision. We believe in you. So good night, everybody. God bless you. And I look forward to seeing you on this team.